2 minutes to go. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the International Judo Federation, Croatian Judo Federation, and from all the sponsors and supporters, welcome to the final block of Zagreb Grand Prix 2021, Croatia.
Dame i gospodo, u ime Međunarodne judo federacije Hrvatskog judo
The beautiful city of Zagreb once again plays host to the 2021 Judo Grand Prix. With its quaint cafes, museums and shops and wonderful Austro-Hungarian architecture, Zagreb is a perfect backdrop for this Judo Fest. And after day one here in Zagreb, France have shown us that they have young talent coming through and they're leading the medals coming into day two here. All medal matches now just about to go, and to take us into the first bronze medal match is my co-commentator, Sheldon Franco-Rooks. Sheldon, welcome.
Good afternoon, Neil, and good afternoon to everyone at home. Yeah, we're poised and ready for the first of the bronze medal contest. This is in the under 63 kilo category. It's Renata Zakova of the Czech Republic. She's up against Inbal Shemesh of Israel. It'll be Zakova in the white judogi, Shemesh in blue. There's the head-to-head for you, and the referee in the middle for this one is Gostini Balas of Hungary.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, towards the end of qualification for an Olympic Games, the head-to-heads are quite important, but a lot of these haven't had any head-to-heads, especially not in Grand Prix or Grand Slam tournaments. They're coming out of European Cups and junior competitions. We see a lot of new people, new fighters coming into these events, especially straight after the Olympic Games. Remember, everybody, this is the first Grand Prix tournament, first of the qualification events after the Olympic Games in Tokyo. So new fighters showing us what they can do.
Zakova, 21 years old, had a bit of a scare in the quarter-final. Put her down into the repechage contest and then made her way back through to this point. So still in with a chance for a medal, young Czech fighter.
Yeah, of course, they've got to get to the quarterfinals at least to qualify for any medal match. And if they lose to get to the semi-final, they have to do a final repechage match. And then if they win that, they fight the losing semi-finalists from the other side of the draw. If they get to the semi-final, of course, then they have two chances of a medal. And they can fight to get to the final, gold or silver. And if they lose, straight down to fight the opposite side of the draw for the bronze medal.
Zakova had to overcome Manon de Kata of France in that repechage contest. Now, the French have got some degree of strength at 63 kilos.
Yeah, like I was saying, they're showing their strength, aren't they, with their depth and the fact that they've got so many fighters fighting for medals here. Just goes to show that they've got a great system and that their system is producing. I mean, we've already seen what they can do, the French. Oh, now then, that's going to be a score, is it? Wazari scored there. Zakova takes her opponent, Shemesh, as she's coming up off the ground, and takes her back. Uranagi And that's one of the things that's changed, is that the difference between throwing somebody off the ground is that if one arm is down and the other one is up, then it's still game on and you can still throw somebody. So Shemesh there waiting for the mate, but it never happened. 2 of those wazaris and it makes an ippon. If you throw somebody cleanly on their back, it's a straight ippon and it wins it. Hold them down for 20 seconds, you get an ippon, arm lock or strangle for a submission. So 3 different ways of winning. Now then, that's going to be a wazari there for Shemesh. Shemesh takes her down with a drop Cianagi, evens it all up. So good open match for the first match in.
We were hoping for some fireworks. I'm not sure if Sakova would have wanted to continue the fireworks this long. She was hoping it would be over and done with by now, but now things are levelled. She scored first, and now Shemesh has come back strongly.
Yeah, Shemesh has come back, and you know, the Israelis as well. They've got some strong fighters in, haven't they? They've got some good youngsters coming through. Every time they're putting fighters out, you know that they're going to be in there with a chance of a medal. And here's another one.
Good pressure. Chance for Sakova to attempt the shemiwaza.
Yeah, she tried the strangle there, and of course it sometimes doesn't go underneath the neck. It's got to go across the windpipe or at the side of the neck. Difference between a strangle and a choke. But,
so where do you reckon that one went?
I think it went across the mouth.
And the only reason I mention it is because we had this big to-do earlier on with the Czech coach, where he was complaining that it had gone across the face of his fighter. I can't wait for him to come off the mountain and have a word with him.
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, it's okay if it's one way or the other, isn't it? They used to penalise for it immediately if you just went directly across the face, and it made them try to get the jacket underneath the neck.
Minute
Otherwise
left to go.
Get penalised. Yes, 1 minute to go.
Good battle.
Good one, isn't it, for an opener for a bronze medal. First bronze medal of the under 63 kilos category. 2 bronze medals to be won.
Both fighters penalty free as well. Great little battle, this one. This time it's Shemesh who has a chance to work on the ground, but the defence from Sakova is strong enough to keep her out. 36 seconds left to go.
If there is anybody out there that doesn't know the penalty system, we'll point that out as it goes. The penalties will pop up, normally for infringements, not attacking on time, or gripping infringements, or stepping outside of the yellow area. You're not allowed to do that either. And you get a Shido, 3 Shidos, and it's all over. And the crowd going mad up there. We've got no audience here, which of course is one of the down things of COVID, unfortunately, and nobody up there in the stands, which is very unusual for us all. We're still trying to get used to it. Golden score, into golden score then, and now the first 4 minutes has passed and no score on the, well, 2 scores on the board, but it's dead even. That means it carries on to golden score, and one wazari now either way will win, or 3 penalties against.
I think the penalties look like a long way off. Great that they've got into golden score without having picked up a penalty, so my money's on another score.
I think it's going to happen. They're quite open with the attacks, and it's a bit like 2 boxers just going at it, 2 Tysons trying to knock each other out. These are trying to score, and they're trying to throw each other. So it normally leaves one open as well to get countered.
Sakova's got to get going here. She just slowed up the tempo, probably unaware of it, just trying to gather herself, which she's just taking too long.
Just breathing, I think, a little bit too heavily, like you say. You know, I think the contest sometimes takes its toll, doesn't it? And of course, physically, it's very demanding. But certainly, a lot of the athletes that we've seen in this competition are in better condition than we've seen them for a long time. I mean, when they first started back after the COVID first hit, none of them were able to get any practice in because, of course, all clubs were closed. So no sparring. And it's very, very specific judo. If you don't get sparring, then you can run and do as many weights as you like, but give it 2 minutes out in the middle there, and you're breathing out your backside.
We've had a minute and a half of golden score. Just the single Shido picked up by Zakova. She's flirting with that again by gripping the hand.
Yeah, I was saying you can get it for gripping infringements, the penalties. You can see it now. So 3 of those yellow dots, it's all over. And they are the Shido penalties. And if you entangle your fingers, you can get penalised. If you cross grip and keep it cross grip for too long, you can get penalised. Different thoughts about that. Some would like to see it slightly freer with the gripping strategies so that it leaves more opportunities to throw. Well, they're gripped up now. They should be going in. Shemish, nice drop, Sianagi to get hers, and Jakova just waiting for the counter. Oh, there it is. What a great change of direction. Now, they will have a look at that just to see how that went, because one attacked and the other one, well, did they get enough direction for the counter? And there's another coach there standing up. I don't think that was a score, actually. Definitely not, because one attacked. I'd like to have a look at it in slow motion. Sianagi, and the counter, she fell on her back, and you can't fall on your own back. So no score will be given for that. That's why we have the video referees there. They can slow it down. They can have a look at it. Any kind of counter, you need to get rotation so that you don't use the mat in order to counter your opponent. That is the rule. So you've got to get rotation. So if you use your own bat, then it doesn't count.
Not a bad Sutemi was a entry, just couldn't finish off.
It is a good match, isn't it? Yeah. 3 minutes into golden score. And it's only a hand entanglement that got the penalty. It's not for passivity. So both of these fighters absolutely going for it. And I still think it's going to end in a score.
Yeah, the only thing that I would say is Zakova can't afford to continue to drop behind in the pace. She will pick up a passivity panel, but got to make sure that she stays with the tempo.
Yeah, one more penalty on there and it'll put her under incredible pressure. This might just be it, is it?
This time it's Inbel Shemesh who picks up the penalty. She was the one who was using that as the way to block her opponent out, the hand, hand to hand.
Yeah, well, the gripping's so important in judo. The one that initiates the dominating grip is normally the one that will attack and will dominate the match. They'll lead the match, so the gripping's so important. There's a shimiwaza going on here, and that looked a little bit like a strangle that we've seen from other Israeli fighters. Gerbi, the former world champion, was renowned for it, and then they stopped it because it was cranking on the neck. So got to be a little bit careful on that. And she stopped it early there, didn't she? She came out of it. Sianagi again there from Shemesh. And I think Jakova is not far off being penalised, second penalised penalty, for passivity, but now trying for the Sangaku. A lot of energy expended down there. We're two contests in already now. This is the longest golden score that we've seen over the 2 days.
Yeah, that's right. I haven't seen one that went be on 3.5 minutes, or 4.5 minutes here. But they've both been really going at it. So all credit to them.
One score and it will be all over here, and Shemesh is the one that's initiating. Zakova just waiting. It's got to be a strong attack. A couple more attacks here from Shemesh, and she'll have a second penalty up there for Zakova.
Got to come back with an attack now. The Czech fighter.
That's a good one.
Effort.
And that's a score.
Ooh.
She gets the Wazari. And Wazeti upon, that was the second one. And
the trademark hand slap that she has at the end.
Well, it was a good opportune one. She had her hand round the back there, and Zakova just manages to put her onto a side. We'll have a look at it in slow motion, talk you through it.
Winner.
Two Wazaris making it on, and Zakova of the Czech Republic wins the bronze medal. First bronze medal of this second day of competition.
Renata Zachová. This is second medal in a Grand Prix for Renata Zachová.
Arms round the back. This is the first score. Sumigaeshi, and did well. A lot of the athletes holding their opponents up so they can't ground both the elbows. If both the elbows ground, then it's from groundwork. But one elbow up into the air. Good score there. A bit of inexperience, I think, there from her opponent. This is the second one here. Uchimata, arm was round the back, and as Sheldon said there, the small celebration there at the end.
Yeah, I love that. The little hand slap. She did that in the repechage contest as well. Almost verging on the slightly disrespectful if you're on top of your opponent and doing it that way, you know.
Just about to say that.
Yeah.
There is a certain amount of protocol, isn't there, that you give to your opponent the respect. I don't think she meant it like that.
No. And she's moving away and turning away from her opponent. If she continued to face her and do that towards her, then I'd say we may have a word with her, but it's really untoward. She looks away, and it's got nothing to do with anything other than, you know, she's overly happy at taking the bronze medal. Good kid, she's worked hard at that. Inbel Shemesh, unfortunately for her, has to settle for a 5th place finish. We come now to the second of the bronze medal contests in the under 63 kilo category. Laura Fazliu of Kosovo goes up against Angelika Zimanska of Poland. It'll be Fazliu in the white judogi, Zimanska in blue. The referee in the middle for this one, Vasily Smolin Jr. of Russia.
Zimanska's looked strong all the way through and very consistent as well with her performance. And as you pointed out a little bit earlier today, the Polish fighters always come out here very strong, always contending the medals in these Grand Prix and Grand Slam tournaments. Fazliu of Kosovo, training with the top fighters in the world. Kosovo don't have many fighters training, but what few they do have are either world or Olympic champions. They seem to produce them, don't they? They really do. Oh, look at that. Uchimata straight away there. Fazliu opens up the account, but Zimanska straight on her back. We've seen good transition during this competition. She's going to take that leg over here and look for the Sangaku turnover. She was too slow getting the leg in there because it gave Fazlou the chance to grip the leg. Needed to be that little bit sharper. Seen a lot of that actually, the Sangaku turnover into the hold down. Second bronze medal match in this 63 kilos category. So right against left stance, and nice Tomonagi attempt there from Szymanska. Didn't quite have the draw on it. Look at that big arm over there. She won't be able to hold that for too long, but she had both the lapels there, Fazlou, and it's the Korean style of holding the lapel. And look at that, that's going to be a score. That's going to be an ippon scored, and what a beautiful ippon that was. Lovely uchimata, spinning uchimata. Szymanska had no chance of stopping it. Well, at first I thought, well, it's going to get a score here, but just looking at it, it got full rotation, full lift, and a full ippon. Fazlou wins the second bronze medal.
A strong performance from Laura Fazlou of Kosovo to go along. As Neil just said, with all the signs that we've been seeing for a good few years now, the super strong women's program there in Kosovo, and they're just adding bit by bit. We saw another fighter yesterday from the Kosovan team, another one today. They're all beginning to threaten for medals, or in the case of Fazlou here, Tatum's really nice execution there.
She wasn't going to let go of that hold down either, was she? So it was from an attack here. Her opponent attacks, and then she uses the momentum, then just hooks on to the inside of the leg. So there's the first attack. Ouchigari there, and Fazlou rotates underneath for the uchimata. Readjustment of balance, right on the edge, starts inside, goes out, doesn't matter. And if it hadn't have been an ippon, I don't think she was going to escape out of that hold down. So Kosovo have a bronze.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final.
We come now to the final of the under 63 kilo category. Andrea Leški of Slovenia goes up against Heke van den Berg of the Netherlands. It'll be Leški in the white judogi, van den Berg in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Olivier de Ros of France.
They've both been on great form. Both of these had a great run through. And this is the 5th time these fighters will have fought each other. It's 3-1 Leški at the moment. Andrea Leški, I think she's got probably one of the highest world rankings. We haven't been looking too much at the world rankings, but she's world ranked number 3. And I don't think she went to the games, did she, Leški?
No, because it was Tina Tersteniak. We were talking about
incredible, wasn't it? Yeah, that's right. Tersteniak went. Tersteniak, of course, gets a medal at the Olympic Games. And Leški, at world rank number 3, didn't even get to go to the Olympics. So she's here to show everybody that maybe it would have been a good idea.
Difficult to
or let's get it going for the next one.
Yeah.
Let's get it going for the next one.
You know, you may be, no, I'm not a shoe-in, but you may be, you know, in the driving seat, pole position, for Paris. Take your time with that one.
Saying that, and Vandenberg, we've not given her the credit that she deserves, because she is here on great form.
Yeah, the only people that head Leszki in the world ranking list are the Olympic gold and the Olympic silver medalists. So what can you do?
Yes, exactly. It's
And
a
one of them's
difficult one, isn't
one of
it?
them's your teammate.
Well, she's doing well here, backing her up here, Vandenberg. If she steps outside of the area, then she'll get penalised, Leszki. But if she gets pushed out, then Vandenberg will get the penalty if it's purposely done. But sometimes you can get caught on the edge. Now then, something's going to happen here. Oh, they were absolutely locked up there, and somebody...
Not done yet.
Yeah, no, not done yet. Somebody was going to go up into the air then.
Still look as though they've got that shape where something could develop.
Yeah, it's preparing for takeoff, isn't it? It's one of those situations, close contact, and one of them wanted to pick up. The other one was countering the pickup with a pickup. I get the feeling, because it's quite an open match here, that we're going to see a big score. Good attack there from Vandenberg. And Leszki will have to get onto the rhythm of this match and try and get an attack in herself, because Vandenberg just beaten her to the attack. Get the feeling, though, that Leszki just waiting for the right moment here. Again, Vandenberg there, in for the Ochigari, change of direction. Look at that left arm round the back there of Leszki. That's the danger one. And I think that Vandenberg knows that as well. She'll feel it. They're going to lock up in a minute, and somebody is going to pay a price. Well, that's going to be a Shido penalty for just dropping without hands. So Shido penalty up there. Can't afford another one. If she does, then she'll be under pressure.
Just to give you an idea of where these two fighters are on the IJF World Ranking list, because Neil and I have not been going on about, ranking positions, given that they're not the highest ranked fighters here. Not quite. Gekke Vandenberg, number 25 on the IJF World Ranking list. Andrea Leszki, number 3. Don't like to go too much into saying that there is a gap, but certainly as far as the ranking is concerned, there is. But in this contest, Gekke Vandenberg putting in a really good performance here.
That's what these events are for, isn't it? Especially the beginning of qualification, and we see quite a few of them develop through. I think Vandenberg is going to be up there and round about quite a few of these events. And so every second she's out there, and that's a really nice attack as well. I'm quite impressed with some of the level of some of the techniques that are going. Now then, oh, she was waiting for that. Leszki does the sumigeshi there, and Vandenberg goes over.
Well, she picked the right time to score right at the death. There was no coming back from that for Gekke Vandenberg. A helping hand as she helps Vandenberg back to her feet, but it's Leszki who comes right at the death there with the score.
Yeah, it was just, she waited for the right moment, and like I said a little bit earlier in the match, I just get the feeling that she's waiting for the right moment there. I am really quite impressed with Vandenberg, because I think she's going to be there around about for quite a few of the events. This lady here proved why she is the world rank number 3. Great performance from her, I think, Ippon all the way through, and shown that she is a real class act. That big arm round the back kind of told you that she was just waiting for the right moment to hit the attack, either with a counter or as a direct. Here it is, arms round the back, sumigaeshi, and then she just has to get the leg out there for the hold down.
Stadium announcer just letting everyone know that it's a 3rd Grand Prix gold medal for Leszki. She's also got a Grand Slam gold, 4 Grand Slam silvers, 2 bronze medals, 6 Grand Prix bronze medals as well. So regularly appearing on the podium.
Yeah, so consistent with her performance. Just needed to get the leg out here and hold for 10 seconds. That's all she needed to do. It's a good change of direction, wasn't it? Good opportune stuff. Leszki showing why she is world number 3.
Hege Vandenberg, well, settling for a silver, a 2nd time in a Grand Prix final, and the 2nd time that she's had to come away 2nd best. But improving all the time, the Dutch youngster.
Next, bronze.
Right, we come to the first of the bronze medal contests in the under 73 kilo category. Ayub Hajaliev of Russia goes up against teammate Makhmadbekov of Russia. Neil's laughing at me because I nailed the name there. So the referee in the middle for this one is John Ramekers of the Netherlands. We like to try and get the names right.
You know, there's not very often that we struggle with, we do struggle with some names, don't we? But sometimes there can be one that you can't get your tongue wrapped around, and Medvedkov is one that Sheldon couldn't today. Laughing because the 2 Russians are here fighting for 3rd. Both are here for experience, and the Russians, one of the countries that put their youngsters out, and they start them early in the process for qualification. 73 kilos, they've got some great 73 kilo fighters. These are 2 new ones. So this is a rematch of the Grand Slam final in
May of earlier in the year.
Yeah, early in the year it was, and these 2 fought each other, and
in Kazan.
Yes, in Kazan, that's right. Well, that was what I was looking for there, and so.
Oh, I thought you meant the month. Makhmadbekov and Kazaliev sat together waiting for the bus this morning. And I was thinking of asking them if they wanted to come in our transport. But,
it's funny,
we were full, weren't we?
Yeah,
so,
a lot of them, they'll be training together as well. So it's not just the amount of competition that they have together, but so they know each other very, very well. And you can tell that they're both just that little bit wary of each other.
And yesterday, who was it that we... Abdullah Abdul-Jalilov. We gave him the drop, and he was telling us that a good number of the team are from Dagestan, the Republic. The team members.
Yoko Otoshi there from Makhmadbekov. And now then, is that going to be... Oh, he's got the juji there. That juji was right the way on there. That arm bent double. My goodness me. He was quickly onto that arm. Kozeliev there was just so fast onto the arm. There's no... well, he didn't mean... you know, it was nothing against his teammate there. It's just one of those things that get the opportunity, you win either by an arm lock strangle or massive throw, but wow, he gets the Wazari there.
Well, in the process of trying to avoid giving up that arm lock, he may have just spent a little bit too much time in the exposed position. He definitely came away with a sore arm.
Yeah, he wasn't going to submit, was he? I mean, here he is, he's leading here by Wazari.
Still struggling, isn't he?
Well, it was well and truly on. For the last 2 minutes, so 4-minute contest, but if it's all even or no score on the board, then it will go into golden score.
Well, they may have had breakfast and been sitting together this morning. They might not be having dinner together tonight.
I don't think
after
so.
this one.
So we can have a look at the replay here of the Wazari. There's the Yoko Otoshi there, and well, 2 parts to that, weren't there? Well, it was continuous, but as he takes him over, of course, the arm well and truly, arm lock well and truly on.
He said he was onto it so quickly, he was hardly finished through the throwing action when the arm lock was on. It moved from advantage one way to the other.
That's all over. That's going to be an ippon. So
he's done that earlier on, hasn't he?
Yeah, no, he did do. Yeah,
beautifully done.
Beautiful sumigaeshi there from Makhmedbekov, and he scores an ippon there. Kozeliev couldn't do anything to stop it, and so he scored a Wazari and he scored an ippon, but almost gets arm locked as well.
That really was quality. What a quality finish. And he was struggling because the arm was giving him problems. I'm sure he's going to need some treatment when he comes off, and he still managed to come up with super finish. No coaches.
No coaches. He just had a little hesitation there whether to
Shall
wait for his teammate. Yeah. Well, that face there was before the arm lock. Good match, though.
Yeah, very
What
good.
a
I
good
enjoyed that
opener
one. Absolutely spoilt for choice, the Russians are.
So much, isn't it?
Yeah.
So much depth in the under 73 kilos. In every weight category, they've got 2 or 3 that could represent Europeans, World, Olympic Games.
We'll see who it is that wins out over the next few months and who their choice is to go to, you know, the really big ones. Next year's World Championships, who goes to the Masters. Well, that selects itself, doesn't it? Really, in your position on the world ranking list, yeah.
That's why they are here, and they're trying to qualify for the bigger matches. This thundering right arm over the back here, so typical of a lot of the Russian throws, but then straight in for the sumigaeshi side sacrifice, and literally just puts him flat on his back.
Coming up next, we're going to have the second of the bronze medal contests in the under 73 kilo category.
Next bronze medal contest.
Alexandru Raicu of Romania goes up against Mark Ristov of Bulgaria. It'll be Raicu in the white judogi, Ristov in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Vitaly Sulima of Ukraine.
Well, we've seen some different fighters, different matchups, and it's quite refreshing, really, to see new matchups, isn't it? Because so often we see them, oh, well, they've had head-to-heads, they've had 15 head-to-heads, and it's 9-3 or 7-3 or whatever, but here we are, never fought each other before, so that kind of opens it up a little bit.
In white, judogi representing Romania, 2021 Tel Aviv Grand Slam winner.
It kind of means that you're not entirely sure whether he's going to come out left, right. You can do your homework, of course, if they've got a bit of history. Then in white for Romania, Christoph Bulgaria in blue. Right to right, and goes in there for the Kata-like Sumigeshi there, Raku. Saw him doing it in the earlier rounds. Didn't go off to the side, doesn't go off to the side, it goes absolutely directly over the head. How physical he is there, Raku. Goes onto the outside leg there. Got to be careful of the Uchimata when you do that. You attack a front leg there, you've got to be sure of killing the power in that leg. And that's what he's looking for here. You can see it. Raku looking for the close contact. He likes to underhook with the arms. He's looking for the contact. Well, looking to see if it warranted a score from the Ouchigari here. But don't know what you think, Sheldon, but I think didn't quite have enough emphasis from blue there. At least I think that's what they're looking at.
Well, my first reaction was no. But every time you watch it, you think, well, maybe there is something there.
I thought he almost took the leg there, Blue. Actually, watch whether he takes the leg. So I think they might be looking at that, see if he took the leg for the Shida. It's a mixture. Be interesting to see.
There you go. Got an answer.
Christoph gets it, and
Reiku looks perplexed. He's not at all sure what's gone on. He's working it out. So I hit my back. Did he really throw me? Well, you'll have to look at it on the big screen, and then you'll have to go through it in exactly the same way that Neil and I have just looked at it. And maybe with the slow motion, and when you pick out what action it is that they've given the Ippon for, you'll be able to say yes or no. My initial reaction was no, but having seen it with the replay, I then thought, well, hang on, maybe there is something in here. Yes, it's low. It's not one of those big, thumping efforts.
No, it only needs to be a certain amount of control with the hands that take them over, and we can't. We can have a look at it now from some different angles. Just look how he stands up. Look to see if he gets direction. Well, it's definitely the Ouchigari hooking action there that has made them decide that it is a score, that it warrants the Ippon. Took him flat onto his back, that's for sure, but you're never quite sure whether he's half fallen onto his back there. Of course, the other point is that if you're in doubt, then just leave it and just carry on.
Two things there for me. The right leg, as you pointed out, with the Ouchigari, because that's what you said. They're looking at the Ouchigari here. So, is that a deliberate hook?
In order to score.
In order to score. And if there is, and then you begin to add up, right, so he's made a deliberate attack. If you then put into it, is there enough force and then about the landing, and then the control. You tick all the boxes and you just about tick them, you win it. Right, coming up next, the final of the under 73 kilo category. Viktor Șterpu of Moldova goes up against Hidayat Hidarov of Azerbaijan. It'll be Șterpu in the white judogi, Hidarov in blue. Have to rush through that one, and the referee in the middle for this one is Lim Hee-dae of the Republic of Korea.
Well, Hidarov has come back into the under 73s. He went up for under 81s, but that was a bit of pressure from his own country to do that. But I can tell you now that Viktor Șterpu is on the most amazing form. He's had a great day today, and he's been throwing for Ippon. He likes the close contact. I think he's going to cause a lot of problems here for Hidarov. And if you'd have asked me at the beginning of the day who was favourite to win it, I would have said Hidarov. But Șterpu, for me, definitely is the absolute handful out here. And I think Hidarov fighting his way back into form. So I think he'll have to be careful that he doesn't hook up with Șterpu. Șterpu has been scoring big Ippons all the way through the day. So let's see how this one unfolds.
If you asked me at the beginning of the day who could beat Hidarov, I'd have said Șterpu. And if anybody can beat Șterpu, it's Hidarov. So where is this one going?
Yeah, well, and you know, you've got to look at the current form as well. But I don't think that Șterpu will hold back here. I think he's going to go for it. He'll want the close contact. But he's a very clever fighter, Hidarov. He does. He's very tactical. Plays the game.
Șterpu's only got one gear.
Yeah, forwards. It is. It's forwards and attack. So he'll want the close contact.
There's a hush as we wait for the action to begin.
Yeah, just waiting for them. I mean, they'll get penalised if they don't hook up and go for it. They keep snapping the grips off. Here we go. Oh, here we go. Just waiting for the opportunity there. He was going upwards, wasn't he? Șterpu just waiting for that right opportunity there, right round the waist. And, well, Hidarov was going upwards there towards the ceiling.
It's like waiting for a fireworks display. You know it's coming. Great tension. Yeah, despite the fact that there's not a big crowd.
Going again here. This is the contact that he likes here, Șterpu. And he can change the direction with it as well. So Hidarov will have to get the attack right. Oh, good attack. What a great attack that was, Hidarov.
Just lost contact with the
he
arm.
did, yeah, but massive Surigoshi there. Massive Surigoshi, big hips across, just lost the sleeve.
Yeah, he continues to hold that right sleeve and Șterpu's over. Tiny little things that make the difference.
Good final. It's open, which means that they both know that they've got to be proactive. Coming up to the halfway mark. Oh, now then, he's got the close contact, arms underneath. Notice how Hidarov's hips just went out there. We see it a lot, actually, in freestyle wrestling, because they're diving at the legs and they defend by throwing the legs out and pushing the hips forwards there. And we had a little bit of that from Hidarov then. Well, this is a good tactical match because it's two different styles, two different ways of scoring, but both positive and proactive. Kept out of the Olympic team, wasn't he, Hyderov? 2 of them at 73 kilos. So he was forced up to 81 kilograms, and he didn't like it at all. I think it was you, Sheldon, that was saying that he's so glad to be back at 73s. He said, nobody's going to change my mind anymore.
I spoke to him in the warm-up area earlier on. He made a point of saying, this is where I am and this is my spot now. Whoever was in the spot before.
Mentioning no names.
Nope. Well, they've either got to look out or do what he did and move up, but he's not getting out this time, he said.
Just 20 seconds left. First 4 minutes. And it looks like it's destined to go now then. That underhook there. Now it's going to happen, and Hyderov, wow, he's going for it as well. Somebody's going to go here. Absolutely. Oh, now then, Hyderov gets it.
Yeah.
Hyderov gets it, and that was brilliant from him, because I thought that if he just hooks up with Sturpu, he's going to come out the loser. But credit to him, because he managed to turn that against Sturpu, and that was a surprise.
Yeah, from that kind of action, you thought that Moldavan was going to come out on top. Hyderov, however, was like escaping and turning it his own way 2, 3, 4 times before it eventually went his way.
That was brilliant stuff. Hyderov there, just pointed to the wrong shoulder there, but gets it in the end. But that was a great bit of judo there, because he decided to go head-to-head. And, well, he thought, well, if you're going to pick up, I'm going to pick up as well. And Sturpu, it's what he does best, but got beaten to the punch. The metaphorical punch, I mean, but nevertheless, got beaten with his own technique.
Silver medal will be all that Sturpu goes home with, having fancied himself as the #1 seed to take the gold, but Hyderov proved just that little bit sharper in the end.
Yeah, look at the changes of direction there, and then it was that last change of direction. It did almost a full circle. Watch it go again here. Here he goes. Sturpu there is just trying to take him over to the side, and it's about 3 or 4 changes the direction there, and, well, he just redirects it with the readjustment of his legs, and then he drives him onto his back. Brilliant stuff. It was him that started it, actually. Hyderov starts it, and it's Hyderov that finishes it. There's the first technique. Then he tries the Kouchi. Then Sturpu tries the pickup, and then, well, Hyderov just uses the momentum against him, put him flat on his back there.
Well, we said at the beginning of that contest that there was going to be action, and so it proved. They didn't let us down, did they?
Absolutely didn't. And so now, well, we recover from that match there. We've got a medal ceremony just about to happen.
Yeah, we've got the athletes in the under 63 kilo category lined up at the far end of the competition hall for the awarding ceremony in the under 63 kilo category. The medals are going to be presented by the International Judo Federation head sport director, Mr. Vladimir Bata.
Welcome to the medal ceremony for the women's under 63 kilogram category.
Ceremonija proglašenja pobjednica u kategoriji do 63 kilograma.
There are the athletes and the world champion at under 70 kilos. Barbara Matic of Croatia is alongside to present the prizes.
Of the International Judo Federation,
Vladimir Bata will be doing the medals. The first of the bronze medals goes to Laura Fazliu of Kosovo.
Representing Czech Republic, Renata Zachova.
There's a bronze medal also for Renata Zachova of the Czech Republic.
Silver medalist representing the Netherlands.
Silver medal
Keke
goes
van
to
den Berg.
Keke van den Berg of the Netherlands.
And gold medalist
The gold medal
representing
goes to
Slovenia,
Andrea
Andrea
Leški
Leški.
of Slovenia.
Yeah, what a class act she was. She had a great day and
Prize money
showed
and
us
the flowers
her class
will
all the
be
way through.
presented by the world champion, Miss Barbara Matic.
Whilst you're watching the highlights there, Barbara Matic is getting used to the new role of prize presenting. And she'll take that up for us in the IJF when she hangs up her belt in years to come.
We never hang that up.
Please all rise for the national
Well, yeah, I
anthem of
suppose.
Slovenia.
Metaphorically so.
Slovenije.
Now the national anthem of Slovenia. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens in the under 63 kilo category in this next cycle. And the reason I say that is a couple of the regular medal winners in this weight category are unlikely to go on. Jules Fransen from the Netherlands, Martina Traidos, possibly from Germany, may bow out. Tina Tersteniak I still think is going to be in there. Caitlin Quadras from Brazil, I think she's going to be out. Maylina del Toro Caballal from Cuba. And if you remember, the Japanese have found it really difficult to win in this weight since Ueno Yoshio, and that's going back 2010. So that's quite some time now since the Japanese have not featured here, and the reason for that is the Europeans have been very, very strong with Clarisse Beckman, Tina Tersteniak, and in no small way as well.
Interesting.
Right, coming up next, the first of the bronze medal contest in the under 70 kilo category. Alina Lengweiler of Switzerland goes up against Katie Jemima Yates-Brown of Great Britain. It'll be Lengweiler in the white judogi, Yates-Brown in blue. Yates-Brown back at under 70 kilos. The referee in the middle for this one is Friedrich Katalin of Hungary. Neil.
Yeah, it should be an interesting one, shouldn't it? I think Yates-Brown will have something to say here. A lot of people watching the previous match where she got disqualified for head diving. It was of course, head diving not allowed, but some people will say, well, I don't think it was a head dive. But anyway, she'll have something to prove here. She is already 1-0 up between them, the two athletes coming out here in their head-to-heads. And here she goes, ready to go. Yates-Brown is in blue for Great Britain. Lengweiler of Switzerland in white.
We spoke about Zakova having a habit of just slapping the hands when she comes up. But Yates-Brown has got quite a way of getting onto the mat. She's got to free the leg.
She's got it free,
yeah,
and she's straight into the hold down there, wasn't she? The way she went into that turnover.
Head's going to come out.
Oof.
On the arm now.
Wasn't quite 10 seconds. About 5 or 6, I think. But a nice bit of groundwork there from Yates-Brown. Seen some great transitions, haven't we, actually, in this tournament? I've got to say, the groundwork, it's been great.
There's another athlete that I'm glad is back in the weight category where they really should be. 70 kilos for me was the place for Yates-Brown. Not sure if everyone else agrees with me, but just looks sharp here.
Yeah, and every transition, she's in there ready to go for the groundwork. You can see when they come out, can't you, that the athletes that really believe they're going to win it, you know, that they've got something in their mind. Yates-Brown looking for the groundwork all the time, and has to be careful she doesn't climb on top of that, but very difficult to throw as well. Now, is she on the neck? She's got the shimiwaza, and if she's underneath the neck here, she'll just try and get the leverage. It wasn't quite there. It was across the nose, across the face.
Lingvala is going to know that she's been in a battle when she comes off. I spoke to the Czech coach about this very thing this morning, and the Hungarian doctor, our doctor, was talking about it as well, saying, look, this is a contact sport. You're going to get roughed up at times. You're not going to come out of this unscathed, are you?
I agree with you. I think that this one with the shimiwaza against, you know, across the face, I mean, at the moment, you can just dive across, go across the face, and if they pick up their chin, you're underneath. And if they don't, then they get this. This is, you know, the result of it. And it used to be that if you went directly across the face, and if the referee thought it was intentional, that you got penalised for it. It would stop that. And also it'd make them dive, you know, to try and get the jacket underneath the neck in the right way. And I just think it's the wrong way round at the moment. And I just think it allows for you to, you can go around the bridge of the nose, you can do anything you like. It's just mate.
Yeah,
they stand you up and you
problem.
continue, and that is the problem.
The incorrect application of waza results in mate.
You don't have to do it right.
Whereas, yeah, exactly. Whereas a standing, you know, if you were to reap the standing leg, that's ansokomake.
Immediately.
So people don't do it.
No, and this is intentional. You see, and this is the point. It's because it's allowed. So
I don't have to be careful.
No, you don't.
If you get roughed up, you get roughed up.
No, absolutely, and not Yates-Brown's fault here. She, you know, it's part of the rules. You can, you know, you can just be as physical as you like.
Well, she fell foul of the rules earlier on, so I suppose this is balancing things
Yes,
up.
absolutely. She just wants to carry on with this, get on with it.
.26, still got kid face.
She has indeed. And,
still got a kid voice.
Well, that world ranking of 69 there, that's going to go up considerably, especially with a medal here. Sorisura Komigoshi, favourite technique, very, very difficult to throw. One of the most difficult in the category, I would say, to throw. Actually get on her back.
And to apply Osakomi on, very difficult to hold.
Yeah, I mean, she's very, very supple, has a really good balance.
Came back from a serious injury. Seems to be, you know, psychologically okay. You know, sometimes it takes a while to come back to full fitness and emotional comfort, you know, where you think, right, I can, you know, get things done. I don't have to worry about recovering. But in the case of Yates-Brown, she looks as though she's rearing to go.
Well, Lingvala will have had time to think about it, and she gets her for a wazari straight off the bat. That Kochi-gari there, she just reaped the leg, and difference between a sweep and a reap. She reaps towards her own support foot. That's the difference, and gets the wazari. Yates-Brown realises that she needs to get a score on the board quite quickly here.
Lingvala looking as though she just wants to get out of there and try and finish it as quickly as possible. Not surprised. Didn't want to hang around with Yates Brown for too long.
There's the Sodi there. She does it from a drop or a standing position.
Plenty of time left, minute 45 left on the clock.
Almost getting counted there. Langweiler now. Different Langweiler that came out, wasn't it, after that last exchange?
After the roughing up.
Yes, totally.
Alexei Budalin in the chair for Langweiler and Jimmy Johnson for Yates Brown. Another chance on the ground, decides to leave it.
Minute and a half still to go. She'll keep on coming forwards here, Yates Brown. And almost counted again.
There was a hint of a change of direction, but it came at the same time as Langweiler's attempt to counter. He wasn't in control of that.
Osoto, Kosoto this time. Good attacking stuff here from the Swiss.
Langweiler's drained. That's it. That was a roll of the dice when she came back from the injury. She said, right, I'm going to try and finish this off now. And she's still got a minute left. Very little left in the tank.
Yeah, watch out for Yates Brown. Here she comes. It's Sorigoshi again, and it's all over, is it? Did she get the landing? They'll have a look at that just to see if the landing happened. Was it on the side?
No, managed to go on a front. Turned onto a front.
The referee's not so sure. It was the blind side.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, no, she got it. It says it's because I was looking at it. I thought that definitely got a landing there.
Winner and bronze medalist for women's under 70 kilogram category.
The decision has been made,
representing Switzerland.
And they've had a look at the replay. They've seen enough.
Yeah,
there you go.
Well, she came back a different lady there, Langweiler. She did. And Mr. Budalin there doing a good job because she never stopped. And that was definitely two parts to that contest.
This is first medal in a Grand Prix.
Let's think about it. Came back out different lady.
Switzerland.
Yeah, that roughing up that we were talking about, G'd her up. Because when she came back from having the attention, it was all go.
Kouchigaki there, and right towards the support foot, and gets a side landing there for the first Wazari.
The highlights.
Good control with the arm over the top there of the back. Second one, another change of direction there, and the side making contact. See it from a different angle here. So just makes contact before she turns onto her front.
This may be a better one. Just about, and I think there's one more. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And another. Spot the choice here. That's probably the best one.
Yeah, the elbow was almost there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Almost stopped it.
She's down and then out.
Well,
but
no,
it's
the
down
elbow
first.
was there, wasn't it? But yeah.
There's enough. Yeah, that was the better shot. Thanks very much for that. 2 scores for Alina Langweiler to take the first of the bronze medals in the under 70 kilo category. We've got a second bronze medal contest about to get underway. It features Hilde Jager of the Netherlands. She goes up against Katarzyna Sobieska of Poland. It'll be Jager in the white judogi, Sobieska in blue.
Again, the Polish fighters producing and threatening for medals.
Mr. John Ordonez.
Referee in the middle for this one is John Ordonez of Colombia. First time in a Grand Prix medal match for the Colombian referee. Good luck to him.
Nice to see the new referees out, isn't it? And seeing them contest the higher level of competition. Zagreb of the Netherlands then going for a medal, another medal. Wow, what an awkward start. So straight away into the attack there. Zagreb of Poland. Arm over the opposite side of the jacket of her opponent. Looking for the Sianagi there, Zagreb.
We spoke about the strength of the Polish team earlier on. They've got a few up in the stands, make a bit of noise for their teammate. Not just so the Dutch. So. Although a few of them went home earlier on.
Yeah, it used to be such a strong team, and then it went off the boil for a little while, and now men and women, you know, it's coming back. Of course, they have certain athletes that perform at the highest level, but I mean, as a squad, so Zagreb gets a Shido there for not attacking as much as Zagreb, and she will have to come forward now. She can't afford another penalty like that, and if she does get it, then it will put her under pressure for the disqualification. They soon add up, don't they, those Shidos?
Yeah, they can bring pressure to your performance. You start looking at the board, you realise that things aren't going your way. You're going to change things up, and that's when mistakes creep in.
Looking for the Sangaku turn again. Another good attack there. Zagreb drops for the Sianagi. Doesn't get the rotation, but she has good control of the upper part of the body. Young Dutch squad out here. JP Bell was talking to us earlier, just saying that it's all working, everybody working so hard, and it's the work rate that's starting to produce the medals there, which is always good to hear.
They all look well prepared, fitness-wise.
Always in good condition. Never stop coming forwards. Oh, that was close.
Yeah. Nice looking sumigeishi. It took a little bit of time to develop. It wasn't super fast, but it did look dangerous. Just blocked in the end by Zagreb, managing to avoid going over.
I think this is going to be decided on one score, and that was a close one there. She was a little bit closer there. The hits were further across. Right to right, somebody's going to go now. Oso to Kosoto, that was close. And again, you can see from this angle here, that's not quite across the, underneath the neck, across the face. Where's the referee? Needs to be around there just to have a look to make sure.
Sobieska managing to fight that one off.
They've got to be careful sometimes, because sometimes when they're pointing to the hand across, it looks like they're tapping, and so they can be given the contest against, and it's not always the best thing. Look at that, 1 second and we go into golden score. It's going to go into golden score.
Just needs to wipe that little bit of blood off their hand, I think. Another instance where it was across the mouth, and that normally means there were some teeth involved, because you're not going to get that just from the chin. Just 19, as you would say, you know, young teams from both Poland and the Netherlands.
Yeah, I mean, this is where it starts, isn't it? Out of the juniors into senior competition. 3 years preparation up to the next Olympic Games. She'll only be then 26 going into the next Olympic Games, 26, 27. So, you know, it's like 3 cycles, or part of this cycle, three cycles for the Olympic Games, and they're not that old, really.
Yeah, it is a young team, because we were saying earlier on that we noticed one of the Polish fighters who was in the under 63 kilo category, Natalia Kropska, who a couple of years ago was at the Cadet World Championships. She was here. So it doesn't take long to make that jump for some of the teams. They're quite happy to push them out there. Anyway, we're back underway.
Exactly, and a medal here, you know, just starts it all off. There it is, that's going to be the score. So that's the score that wins it. Sobieska of Poland drops Sienagi. She got closer and closer to it, Sheldon, every single time. Hips came further across, had control of the upper part of the body, gets the landing from the throw, and she gets the bronze medal. 19 years of age, first medal in a Grand Prix tournament.
Happy days.
Katarzyna Sobierajska. First medal in a Grand Prix. Congratulations, Katarzyna Sobierajska, Poland.
Some athletes battle away. I can't remember who it was that after 19 attempts at a Grand Prix, they finally came up with a medal. Sobierajska, first time out, nails it.
Yep, and this time hips came right the way in between, didn't they? Right the way in between, good control of the upper part of the body. She knew it had gone. Sobieska just waited for the right moment, got deeper and deeper every single time. And like you say, 19 years of age, first medal, and I think it's the first of many.
Won the Junior European Championships last year. Wasn't so lucky this year, but doing well here. I wonder if that's it for her for the juniors then. They've decided.
Not always, is it?
Going,
because so I've seen in the past as well, you know, we've seen fighters win major senior tournaments, major senior medals, and then they've gone back to the juniors. Because sometimes you have to go back to your roots.
Yeah, I was just thinking, I mean, they've only got a week before the Junior Worlds or so.
Yes.
So unlikely to see her there then.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Although you don't know. She might be here, not in the best of condition. You never know. That might be the one she's building up to.
We come now to the final of the under 70 kilo category. Anka Pogacnik of Slovenia goes up against Kelly Peterson-Pollard of Great Britain. It'll be Pogacnik in the white judogi, Peterson-Pollard in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Cosmin Cristea of Romania.
Well, both these fighters have had a good run through. They've had good form. Pokachnik of Slovenia showing her consistency. They've fought each other once before. Pokachnik's 1-0 up, but this is a totally different match, and this is a Grand Prix final.
Please welcome the finalists in blue judogi representing Great Britain. First time in a Grand Prix final.
Had to get past Lengweiler and Sobirashka to get this far.
Grand Prix medalist Anka Pokachnik.
So a tough draw for Pokachnik, and now in the final to go up against Peterson-Pollard.
Yeah, she's looking very determined today and looked good in the semi-final. Let's see how it goes here. Peterson-Pollard of Great Britain in blue here. Pokachnik of Slovenia in white. Right against left here. And you can see the difficulty with right against left because the sleeve is difficult to catch, and you need to catch the sleeve in order to get two hands on. So sometimes you have to go in one-handed, makes it difficult. Same for both, of course, but normally the lefties are a little bit better at it than the righties. Higher percentage of right-handers, so they get more practice at it. That is a fact, actually.
Plenty of time left on the clock for the fighters to settle in and get past this initial gripping stage.
Yeah, well, Pokachnik is going right Sianagi from that left-handed grip here. So she does the left, and also she has a right-handed one as well over the other flank. Good attack there. Now looking for the Jujigatami. Can she get the roll? Is she putting the arm under pressure? No, waiting for the mate. Peterson-Pollard is going to have to just take the initiative here and start to pile the attacks in. Trying the Uchimata here. One-sided, is she going to switch it to the Sumigaeshi? Jamie Johnson there, giving the benefit of his experience there. A good fighter himself, Jamie Johnson, and a real fighter as well. Looking for the Obatori-Gaeshi turnover there, Peterson-Pollard.
No, this. Anka. No, here. This, back. Ruchka.
Yeah, so he's trying to point out there a different way of catching the sleeve. So sometimes what happens is that you go lapel first and then sleeve. So sometimes it's better to go sleeve first and then lapel. And I think that's what he was trying to point out. Now, what's happening here? Has she got the shimiwaza? Has she got the strangle on? Pokachnik here in a situation. She's going to look for the mate because Peterson-Pollard looks reasonably comfortable there, doesn't she? She had the sleeve. There was no leverage there.
Coming under some pressure here.
Yeah, I think Peterson-Pollard is she's not far off getting Shido here, so she's got to be a little bit careful. She'll need to be proactive. There she goes, so she gets the Shido. That Shido gets carried over. Golden score. Only 3 of those will count as a win, or any score now will count as the winning score. I think that big right arm going over there from Peterson-Pollard, that was a lovely Uchimata there. Needed the 2 hands on, but she needs to be careful of the right Sianagi of Pokachnik. Well, we're not sure if she went directly there into the Jujikatami. So Yoko Tomonagi, is it? Or is it Uchimata first of all? Oh, that's what it is. It's looking to see if it was against the arm as a throw. I don't think that was intentional personally, but they will have a look at it. Oh, she did have a hold of it though with the left hand. Possibility here that she might be in trouble here, Peterson-Pollard. Yeah. She gets the Honsokamaki there for attacking against the straight arm. And, you know, at first I wasn't so sure because I think she tried to rotate through, but then I saw the left hand was hold of the sleeve, got a hold of the sleeve.
Unfortunate end to the gold medal match for Peterson-Pollard. It's always going to be difficult with the stance that Pokachnik took up. You always ran that risk when trying to go across there.
Yeah, I mean, you're attacking at the wrong angle, aren't you? But the problem was that she took the sleeve and then also had the right arm on the same side as well, and then attacked. The arm went straight, and yeah, it was an attack against a straight arm. So you can't apply any kind of throw against a straight arm. So quite rightly, gets the Honsokamaki for it. It was unfortunate, just the way they landed.
Gold medal to Anka Pokachnik of Slovenia after that. Error from Kelly Peterson-Pollard.
Another medal for Great Britain, though. They're having a good tournament.
We've got the awarding ceremony for the men in the under 73 kilo category coming up next.
Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony for
the medals are going to be presented by the International Judo Federation refereeing supervisor and Olympic bronze medalist Osako Akinobi of Japan.
By the IJF refereeing supervisor and Olympic bronze medalist, Mr. Akinobu Osako. Bronze medalists representing Bulgaria.
First of the bronze medals goes
Russia
to Mark Hristov of Bulgaria. There's a bronze medal also for Makhmedbekov of Russia. Silver medal goes to Viktor Sterpu of Moldova.
And gold medalist representing Azerbaijan.
The gold medal goes to Hidayet Hidarov of Azerbaijan.
Yeah, he didn't look on best of form, did he? He took a little while just to get going, but that was an amazing foul, terrific final.
Judo Federation,
And,
Mr.
well,
Tomislav
big
Chuliak.
step at his own game. Great change of direction. And, wow, he didn't look as if he was going to score there, did he? But in the end, he did. Brilliant stuff by Hyderov.
Ladies and gentlemen, please all
national
rise for the
anthem
national anthem of
Azerbaijan.
Azerbaijan.
Molimo vas, ustanite na himnu Azerbejdžana.
Thank you very much. Family picture with VIP and judoka.
Makhmatbekov and Christov
Applause to our
were
judoka,
the
please.
bronze
Men
medal
under
winners.
73 kilo.
Molimo za
Štepo it
rovježite
was
našim
who took the
dobitnicima
silver
odličja u
and
kategoriji do 73
Hidarov
kg.
walked away with the gold medal.
A good start for Hidarov, back in the under 73 kilos.
We've got the last of the weight categories coming up now. It's the under 81 kilo category. And the first of the bronze medals features Baptiste Pierre of France. He goes up against Dorin Gotonoaga of Moldova. It'll be
Bronze
Pierre
contest for
in the
men under 81
white judogi,
kilogram
Gotonoaga
category.
in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Ioana Babiuk of Romania.
I think it was you, Sheldon, that was saying that Gotonoaga, just one of quite a few Moldavians, they're doing well in this tournament.
The referee from Romania.
Good young squad out
Ioana
there.
Babiuk. Welcome judoka in blue judo
Vieru on
representing
the
Republic of
opening day,
Moldova, two-times
Štepu,
Grand Prix
and
medalist,
now
Dorin
Gotonoaga. So there's a few of them around.
In white, judogi representing France, 2017 Paris Grand Slam bronze medalist, Baptiste Pierre.
Well, the French have a great young squad out, men and women, showing their depth. They were leading the medals coming into this second day of competition. So everybody in there fighting for medals, so that always shows depth. Here he is, Pierre, wearing white. Fast lights, Cianagi there on the right for Pierre. Holding left, and look at that, Sodomaki Komi. Two different styles here. Gatanawaga dropping for the Sodomaki Komi. Last category. The second day of competition. 81 kilos category, always one of the most contested weight categories. And I don't just mean by the amount of people, but also by the level of the fighters that are fighting in it.
Single Shido picked up by Pierre for passivity. His point about the number of fighters in the weight category who could come up with something also is the spread of countries. When you look at the number of countries up in that top 20, there's no one really dominating it.
You always tend to get a different kind of result, don't you, or a different order. And there's probably 20 that could, at world level, get a medal at the World Championships. Or you wouldn't be surprised anyway. Trying for the Jujigatami here. No pressure on the head. Should be pressure on the elbow joint and the head at the same time. So again, it's right against left, and there's a left Cianagi, gonna score. Great Wazari there. Gatanawaga manages to drop right the way underneath there. Didn't quite get him onto the points of his shoulders, but it wasn't far off. There's the Cianagi. Look at the pull on the sleeve there, and you can see just one shoulder landed.
We were talking about the spread and just how, many different countries win, and I always like to look at the Olympic Games and see who comes up with the win. And up until Tokyo, when Nagase Takanori won the gold medal for the Japanese, up until then they had not won the under 81 kilo category at the Olympic Games.
Japan.
They'd really struggled to find an even world championships. I think the last one was Nagase when he won that world championships. But prior to that, if you go back to Rio, it was Hassan Kalmuzayev, the Russian. Before that, we were in London. It was Kim Jae-bum, the Republic of Korea. And before that, it was Ole Bischoff in Beijing. And if you go all the way back to Athens, it was the man himself, Ilias Iliadis. And after that, well, we go into the Stone Age, don't we? So we better...
Thanks a lot.
Sorry.
Thought you were going to go right the way back there.
We
then.
better stop. Well, how far would you like to go?
Yeah. Well, that was wasn't far off, was it? That Sasai there. Sasai sort of coming actually there from Pierre. He's got two Shidos on the board there, Pierre. So one more Shido and it will be all over. Gatanawaga just winning by that one score. 23 seconds to hold on to this.
Yeah, the last one was back to Sydney with Takimoto Makoto. And then it was that time when we had the weight change, wasn't it? So I shan't take it any further than that. Oh, actually was her. Whoa.
Well, she was right there. The referee, she saw the landing. It might, I know that there's going to be people out there going, well, that wasn't a proper landing on the side.
we haven't got the best angle here.
Well,
We're facing
definitely
this.
haven't.
Yeah.
So we're going to have a look at it from a different angle, 3 or 4 angles. The referee, remember, was absolutely there.
On top of it, and it was to her side.
Pobjednik je osvajač brončane medalje u kategoriji do 81 kg.
Tanawaga is off. He's not waiting for any replays.
Well, yeah, there was no challenge, was there, from anybody? That was fine. So it must have got the side landing. Let's have a look at it in a second.
Moldova have been so busy. Moldova have been so busy on the medal table, haven't they?
Here's the first score. Cianagi takes him absolutely, you can see there. Massive score. Only one shoulder landing, of course, but it's with force.
Here comes
Let's have a look at I was going to say the second one here. See it from the other side. Going to see it from the back here now. Same angle that the referee saw it. Well, very, very close, I think. But anyway, there was Ari given, and it wasn't contested by the French.
We've got the second of the bronze medal contest in the under 81 kilo category coming up now. Rajkai Robert of Hungary goes up against Jim Heyman of the Netherlands. It'll be Rajkai in the white judogi, Heyman in blue, and the referee in the middle for this one is Hanna Safarikova of the Czech Republic.
Referee from Czech Republic.
Well, when the world rankings are in the hundreds there, you know that they're new onto the world tour, senior world tour. And every match won is world qualification points. They're all world ranking points that they will get. They will definitely go up in the world rankings after these points are put on their board.
Elisabetta Frattini's in charge of that. She'll sort out where the ranking goes. Ranking of the week. We get the message comes through, and then you can check to see where your fighter is.
So Rajkai of Hungary in white here. Heyman in blue. Nice drop Cianagi there from Rajkai. That big right arm into the hip there of Heyman. He'll have to be careful of that. You can't have too much of a defensive posture. So if you're just defending with it, then you will be penalized. The reason for it, of course, is that you feel the danger of the opponent coming in. Little ouchi-gari there. It's a drop down ouchi, very low to the ground. Rajkai is doing there. The Italian fighter, 81 kilos, does the same, doesn't he? The young one, junior world champion. Just does that little dropping ouchi that scoops the foot. Parlati is the name, that's it. Parlati is the one that
Maybe you're inspired by the look-alike.
No, well, actually, I mean, but Palatti always looks to me as if it's the technique is not going to work, but they just scoop the inside of the leg from a low position. But Rajkai there doing the same kind of technique.
I think it's just the hairstyle that's done it for you.
Could be.
It's got that slightly dishevelled look about him.
Control of the head with that left hand there. Now, oh, look at that. Like lightning in there, Rajkai.
Yeah, in very quick, very low. May have bumped his head on the way down, Hyman.
Well, he was so quick in there. Coming in from different angles as well. Certainly, Hyman, just that physically more able, but that right arm there is going to work against him. Well, he over-rotated there, didn't he there? Massive hip technique there from Rajkai. Massive ogoshi, sodagoshi there, and complete overthrow.
Yeah, just enough on the landing there to claim a Wazari. Wasn't sure about that from the first shot, but they've had a look at the replay and decided that was worth Wazari.
Well, I'd certainly rather see an over-rotation than an under-rotation get the score, that's for sure.
The nice thing about that was the referee wasn't tempted into giving a score. Thought, I haven't seen this. If you have got a replay and you think it's worth it, no problem. I'll give the single. But right now, I don't see it.
Well, that's what the video referee's for, and of course the supervisors there. They're there for that reason. They can look at it 3 different angles, have a look at the landing.
In any case, Rajkai leads by Wazari with a little over a minute left to go. He's picked up a single Shido as Hyman attacks left-sided. Blocked fairly easily by the Hungarian. He starts to work on the ground now.
Well, I like his judo, Rajkai. I think it's got some exciting stuff, and I think it's certainly judo that could develop over the next 3 years. I'm going to pop it across again in a minute. There it is. So he looks for the very low Ouchigari, and then he switches it up for the big hip movement. No, she's given the Wazari, and I don't think it was. I'm not so sure. The elbow seemed to make contact first of all.
Let's take a look.
Yeah.
They are having a look.
Yeah, I think so. I think they will have a look at it, just to see if it's 2 different movements. No, for me, it's 2 different movements.
Push onto his back
not
after, after the event.
It's 2 different movements, no Wazari.
Yeah.
Almost, wasn't it? Well, does he get it for that?
He does this time round.
Well, he gets it for that one, but they might have a look at that one as well, because that one for me wasn't an absolute direct one. Are they going to have a look at that one as well, or will they allow it? No, they're going to look at that one as well. And, you know, the thing is, it has to be an absolute direction
They
back.
like it.
Well, it wasn't as precise for me, I'm afraid, but I don't think they'll allow that one either. Well, they have. They've allowed it.
Winner and bronze medalist for men's under 81 kilogram category in white, judo representing Hungary.
Pobjednik i osvajač brončane
Rajkai gets the bronze. I think we're going to see a lot more of this young man, and he definitely has some good judo, good changes of direction.
You're absolutely right about him having, there's something about the Palati about him, isn't there? I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the height, the hairstyle, but, you know.
Yeah, no, it's got something, and just that, it's the changes of direction and the adapting to certain situations. And I think that's what makes him interesting. There's the big sorigoshi there, big overthrow, but not quite onto his front. He goes side first and then onto his front. I think a good decision there to give that one a score.
Yeah, Hammond's not going to complain with that one because he knew he was totally airborne. And he does go side.
Yeah, no, it goes side and front.
And, I'm okay with that.
It depends on how quick it just rolls over, as if to say, hope you didn't see that, but we all did. So the second one here, he almost gets countered, but, well...
The first time that I've seen it, I thought, okay. And from that angle, not as good. I liked it from the first angle.
I didn't think it was. I didn't think it was, but I mean that's just my opinion. But anyway, he gets it, and still an interesting fighter and some great judo.
Right, we come now to the final of the under 81 kilo category. Number 1 seed Tato Grigolashvili of Georgia goes up against Guilherme Schmidt of Brazil. It'll be Grigolashvili in the white judogi, Schmidt in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Heather Lutjens of Belgium.
Well, Grigolashvili is definitely the highest world ranked fighter that we've had in this tournament, and he came out like a man possessed. He was training like a man possessed in the build-up to this. He wanted to do this competition so badly just to prove to everybody and to prove to himself, I think, that he is absolutely the world number 1. His Olympic Games didn't quite go according to plan, and I think he probably felt it deeply.
Welcome the finalists in blue judogi representing Brazil. First time in a Grand Prix final, Guilherme Schmidt.
Well, I think the Brazilian here is going to get a bit of a shock here. It's just my opinion, but I think this man here, he hasn't done he'd probably not done 2 minutes on the mat.
Yeah, I was
all the way through the day.
I was looking at the contests and adding them up, but he may have done just that touch more, because I think Pierre, who was it, the French boy, kept him on the mat for a little bit longer, but apart from that, you're quite right.
So Grigolashvili in white, and he'll be looking only for the ippon. Schmidt of Brazil, first time in a Grand Prix final. Well, you can see the difference there, just in power-wise. Grigolashvili surprised us all when he came through, won the European Championships, and then all of a sudden he was a force. Look at that. How quick is that? And now looking to attack, now looking for the Uranagi. Already scored big with that, and he's going to get the Wazari for that. No, well, they've given it to Schmidt. I think Grigolashvili there, but I might be wrong.
No, you weren't. Only the scoreboard operator was wrong. You can't account for the scoreboard operator.
Sorry. Grigolashvili then going for the Uranagi first of all, then changes the direction, forces Schmidt onto his back there. It was rolling, so only gets the Wazari. Kouchi, Uranagi, Uchimata, Sodi Surikomigochi's got a great arsenal of attacks. And every one of them can score ippon.
I wondered when you were going to stop.
Sodi this time on the left. Now is he going to go right? And Schmidt doesn't know what to do with him, really. He's going to go a penalty here. Well, Grigalishvili should get a penalty for that. 2 feet went out.
If not for the stepping out, for that, for that drop at the end there. Maybe I'll go with the referee here and say, let's see what happens on the ground if you want to attack him and
then
attempt
give the
to turn
penalty.
over. And then the turn. Then the penalty.
Oh, look at that. He dropped into the hole down there. Wouldn't that be a surprise? So Schmidt trying to get Grigalishvili down on the ground there. He thinks, well, if I'm going to beat him, I'm going to beat him down there. That shook him up a bit, didn't it?
That's my cunning plan. I shall take him on the ground.
Yeah. But it didn't just happen by surprise there. He did it a couple of times.
Well, now that he's had the wake-up call, and now that Schmidt has had the message transmitted to him that Grigalishvili does not fancy it on the ground. Let's see
he might
where
just
this
do
goes.
it, mightn't he? Exactly, yeah. He might have another little go at it. That is if Grigalishvili doesn't throw him first.
Yeah. Just trying to slow him down, just gather himself again after that little shake up.
It has shaken him up a little bit. It's a slightly different pace this now. He's thought, well, I'm just going to have a little think about this before I go again. But then we'll see him have another little onslaught.
The Brazilian screaming for Schmidt to keep him in the competition area. Minute left.
Certainly the hardest that he's had to fight here, Grigalishvili. Can't have it all his own way.
Well, in addition to picking up his first Shido of the day, he's been taken longer in this contest than he has been in all his previous contests put together. So if he came here to be tested, he's had to wait for a bit, but he's there now. Didn't like that, did he?
No, I still think it's not finished yet, and I think he's still going to throw a big one in any second now. And look at that, Schmidt saying, I'm not going to take any nonsense, I'm going to give you a fight. 35 seconds left on the clock.
Not long enough for us to really get into it, second Shido.
Yeah, if he drops now, he could lose it, and that would be the biggest shock of the day, that's for sure.
Schmidt can't free his hands up.
Needs to go in, though. He can't just defend on it, Grigalishvili.
He's going to try to.
Now then, arm round the back. 8 seconds left. Needs to block out.
Oh, that was poor.
And it's all over.
Yeah, that was poor from Schmidt, knowing that you've got one attack left.
He was made to fight for that,
Yeah,
wasn't he?
absolutely.
It wasn't as easy as he thought it was going to be, or any of us thought it was going to be. So credit to Schmidt there, because he really took the fight to the Georgian. Georgian is the #1 world ranked in the world at under 81 kilos. And he was here to prove a point, and he's done that. But he was made to fight for it just that little bit harder than he thought he was going to.
Schmidt gave a really good account of himself there, the Brazilian.
Winner and gold medalist for the men's under 81.
And I'm sure that it's not going to be the last time these two meet on the world tour. The Grand Prix, Grand Slams, World Championships, European Championships, not the Europeans, because of course he's Brazilian, but but certainly the bigger tournaments.
Schmidt, never know, he might change countries. I wonder where you would go with a name like Schmidt.
Yes.
Right, Tato Grigolashvili of Georgia it is, who does what everyone thought he would do. He comes away with the gold medal. Guillaume Schmidt, however, as Neil said, gave him a really good run for his money in the final.
This was a change of direction. Uranagi, then he goes just front dive and tips him onto his shoulders there. The Uchimata Sakeshi tip,
takes the silver medal.
which is what it is. It's really just using the momentum of his opponent against him. Uses the hands to guide him onto his shoulders. Pulls on the sleeve. Look at the change of direction. Brilliant change of direction there. Grigolashvili gets an early wazari. He had to fight a little bit to hold on to it in the end. Didn't all go his way. Bit of a shock, 2 Shidos. Looking at it from that angle there, it wasn't that far off a nippon, was it? Not that far off. Just a little bit of a roller. So just gets the wazari for it. Good performance, though, from Grigolashvili. He'll feel a little bit appeased. I think probably got a little bit of something out of his system.
Yeah, well, we were asking what was the motivation behind coming here. I think that last contest maybe has something in it, you know. Wasn't wasted, was it?
No, it wasn't wasted, and he probably did need that. Actually, going all the way through by Ippons was not the thing to do.
We come now to the awarding ceremony for women in the under 70 kilo category. The medals are being presented by the commissioner for the IJF Children's Commission, former world champion and Olympic bronze medalist Ruben Hokus.
By the director of the IJF Children's Commission, world champion and Olympic bronze medalist, Mr. Ruben Hokus. Bronze medalist representing Poland.
The first of the bronze medals goes to Katarzyna Sobieraszka of Poland. There's a bronze medal also for Alina Lengweiler of Switzerland. Silver medal goes to Kelly Peterson-Pollard of Great Britain. And the gold medal goes to Anka Bogacnik of Slovenia. Had a clean sheet today. And by that, I mean, she didn't give up a single score, didn't collect a single Shido, and came pretty close to finishing all her contests by Ippon, apart from the final, which she picked up on the back of the Hansaku Make from attacking the arm.
Some
as
good
you just see
performances.
there. Yeah.
There's been some good performances. That was a particularly good one. It was a very solid performance, and I think that's the way to look at it. She never looked like losing, and looked in control all the way through.
Yeah, we went through the day without having a perfect sheet, because everyone had either a Shido or something there, but Bogacnik came the closest. She was the gold medal winner. And now the national anthem of Slovenia.
Thank you very much. Family picture with VIP and judoka. Applause to our judoka, please. Women under
Well, this is where they
17
get to just be friends for a little while. And Kachnik, great performance. She wins the gold medal. Peterson Pollard, Great Britain, gets the silver. Longvela and Subiraski of Poland get the bronzes.
Well, don't go anywhere quite yet, because we've got one more awarding ceremony to bring you in, and I think we've got a little highlights package as well as a little wrap-up from Neil, and he'll give you information about where we are in the medal table. But let's have a look at that highlights package.
Before we start the last awarding ceremony, you can see the highlights of today's final block on the screen.
Prije nego što počnemo sa posljednjom dodjelom odličja, možete vidjeti glavne momente borbe današnjeg finalnog bloka na glavnom ekranu.
We come now to the awarding ceremony for the men in the under 81 kilo category. The medals are being presented by International Judo Federation Head Referee Director, Mr. Armen Bagdasarov. The first of the bronze medals goes to Dorin Gotonoaga of Moldova.
Representing Hungary,
There's a bronze medal also for Rajkai Robert of Hungary.
Silver
medal goes to Guilherme Schmidt of Brazil. The gold medal goes to Tato Grigalashvili of Georgia.
Prize money and the flowers will be presented by the ambassador of the People's Democratic Republic of Algeria in Croatia, His Excellency Mr. Mukhtar Amine Khalif. Ladies and gentlemen, please all rise for the national
And now the
anthem
national anthem of Georgia.
Molim vas, ustanite na himnu Gruzije.
Thank you very much.
Tonoaga
Family picture.
and Rajkai were the bronze medal winners. Schmidt took the silver. It was Grigalashvili, the #1 seed, who ended up on the top spot. And speaking of top spots, we'll see where everyone has ended up in the medal table shortly. Neil Adams will take you through that.
Well, if I wasn't mistaken, I thought I saw a tear, or was it sweat there? Grigalashvili there, a little bit of relief there with that gold medal, and
Well, a bit of hard work in the final at
yeah,
last.
I think
because,
so. He had to work
you know,
for it, and I think that kind of gave him that feeling again that he was back and back with a vengeance. So the Georgia up there with a gold medal, and Grigalashvili happy. We're going to have a look at the medals and see how they pan out here. France still ahead, 2 golds, 2 silvers, 2 bronzes. Slovenia up there, they've got 2 golds and a bronze. Moldavia, gold, silver and a bronze there, and 3 fifth places as well. Great Britain doing very well with a gold and a silver. Belgium up there with a gold, and we've got other countries, and it's the great spread of all the medals, of course. Azerbaijan and Georgia, they've got gold medals there. Netherlands next with 2 silvers and a bronze. Russian Federation, they've got a silver and 2 bronzes. Brazil with a silver, and Italy silver as well. Germany down there with 2 bronzes. Poland with a bronze. Serbia with a bronze, and the Ukraine, Bulgaria. We go on and on. Czech Republic, Hungary and Switzerland, all with a bronze medal. And great to see so many, a spread of so many countries with medals at this level. It's been a great second day of competition. Leski, Hyderov, Pachachnik and Grigalashvili all winning gold medals and doing it in style. We're going to be back with the third day of competition tomorrow. We've got 5 categories, the light heavyweights and the heavyweight categories battling it out. And Sheldon Franco-Rooks will be with me as usual tomorrow, and we're going to look for more great judo action. From Sheldon and myself, it's goodbye until the same time tomorrow.